This second session was done a week later. This dog is very uncomfortable when people approach him, especially when they approach him offering him treats. In order to get his leash, I walked beside his handler outside. Then I took the leash and she backed up and I kept walking, so I never had to approach him and reach for him. He was very tense when we first came in and I was tying him up, but it's about 5 minutes later now and he's beginning to relax. Once he relaxes a little bit more, I'll see if he remembers his Zen and his targeting from last week. You won't be hearing any clicking in this video because it always gets out of sync, and so I put it in again and then I have to balance it around my speaking. So no clicking in this video. He's decided that it's safe to look at me and sniff me, but I'm not touching him or looking at him or talking to him. Just leaving him to do what he pleases. By the way, I don't think I ever tell this dog to lie down. I think this is a default behavior for him. It seems that he does remember his targeting, so being able to allow him to control the situation is going to help with his confidence. Letting him take treats from my hand is going to remind him of my taste and my smell and get him used to being touched by me by letting him touch me first. I'm giving him more practice touching me by letting him chew on my hand while he tries to remember what Zen is all about. It always worries me when a dog completely avoids touching a person, because it's quite possible they only know inappropriate ways to touch people. Now he looks quite relaxed interacting with me, but he gets nervous when the person tries to do something with him. So I'm going to be picking up his leash here fairly soon. He didn't worry when I handled his leash, so now we're doing some toy targeting. I'm so close to him here that when I stand up and walk, it doesn't appear as though I'm approaching him, so he doesn't have time to be worried. And some more stick targeting. I'm handling his leash here so he gets a chance to practice being calm while I'm handling stuff around him. He's interested, but not too worried, and there's always a chance of a treat. When he's not worried, you can see the playful puppy in him wanting to come out. I'm going to be laying my hand on him and clicking him for being relaxed while I touch him. I'm also going to continue handling his leash and kind of moving him around with the leash so he can practice relaxing when that's done. I'm also going to be standing up and sitting down so he gets to see different impressions of me. I'm going to use the leash to move him back and forth so he can remember that that is no big deal. You remember that he is very worried when someone approaches him and tries to hand him a treat. So what we're doing now with his owner is playing a very junior close-up version of the come game. We're not far enough apart to make it necessary for him to really walk to us, because I don't want him being concerned about a stranger approaching him, even though he's the one that's approaching the stranger. You can't tell from this video, but I don't make eye contact, I don't pet him, and I don't talk to him. I'm continuing to do things like stand up and sit down and handle his leash, which are things he tends to be worried about in the real world. I'm going to run my hand along his back and click treat him for that. While he is touching me when we're doing Zen, I'm going to leave my hand on him and begin to massage him all over. So I don't actually reach for him and touch him. I just do a continuation of the Zen for the touching. The scary part for him is when someone is reaching for him and approaching him, and I totally skipped that part. Again, I'm going to use the leash to move him, and I'm going to continue touching him, reminding him that it's no big deal. While I'm handling him, if he wants to chew on my hand, that's fine. That's kind of a reminder of Zen. Now I'm standing up and moving around and using the leash to move him, and I think I'm clicking and treating for him giving to the leash also at this point. Generally trying to make the whole thing of getting handled by a stranger seem kind of boring. And we're going to do some more stick targeting here. You can see him reaching for the stick and touching it. I'm actually requiring him to touch the stick twice here for a click and a treat. He's quite calm about my hand touching him, so now I'm touching him with different stuffed toys and clicking and treating him for that. In this second session of working with him, it took him about 10 minutes to relax, and this is the first time I've handled him. It certainly doesn't mean he's cured, but he did improve more in this second session.